Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 1-2 of May-June 2017. So let's move on to question number 1. So here we have 4/5 minus 1/3. It is the fraction subtraction. So the first thing you see is that they have a different base. So you first have to multiply them by each other to form the LCM in this case. Now we can cross multiply. So 4 times 3 is 12, minus 1 times 5 is 5. That will be 7/15. Now for part B, as always, when you have decimal places, you just multiply these numbers first. So you first ignore the decimal place. So 2 times 6 is 12. In this number we have 3 decimal places, so we have 1. So in total we have 4 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So your answer is 0.0012. Now for this one, it says shade one more small triangle in the shape below to make a pattern with one line of symmetry. So where would you shade one more to make a one line of symmetry? So by observation, you would say, let me shade this one, right? So you can have this one line of symmetry in the shape. Okay, great. Now for part B, shade 2 more, so you can have a rotational symmetry of order 2. Order 2 is 180 degrees. So basically it means if you rotate by 180, you have to see the same shape. So let's say for this one, if you rotate by 180, so 180, that will be here. So you have to see the same shape, so this one needs to be shaded. Now if you rotate by 180 as well, as you can see, this one is on the top right hand side. If you rotate by 180, you need to see the same thing here, which is top right hand side. So yeah, there you go. So these two are the one that you shade. This is the first one, and this one is the second one, to form this rotational symmetry of order 2. Now question number 3 we have, by writing each number correct to 1 SF, estimate the value of this fraction. So here we have 3 numbers. The first one is 58.7. So to 1 SF, basically 1 SF, you leave the first one and then you ask yourself if this number here is more than or equal to 5. If it is, you have to add 1 to the first one. So this one is more than 5 is 8. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Then everything else becomes 0. Then this one, 4.08, so you leave the first one by itself, and this one you ask yourself if it is more or equal to 5. The answer is no, so you leave the first one as it is and the rest becomes 0. And for this one, you first have to ignore the power, just write 19.7, and you leave the first one by itself because it is 1 SF, and this one, is it more than 5? Yes it is, so you add 1 to the first one. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and the rest becomes 0. So now you have to replace this one back in the fraction. So 58.7 is 60 times 4 divided by 20 power 3. So you can expand this. So 60 times 4 divided by, so 20 power 3 is 20 times 20 times 20. So we know this is 1, this is 3, and this is 1 here, and this is 5. So on top we have 3 remaining, so 5 times 20 will be 100, 0.03 as your answer. Now for part number 4, we have what? This is a pie chart. It says a group of students were asked if they wanted a later start to school day. The pie chart summarizes the results. So 200 says no. Work out the number of students who say yes. So basically this one is 200 says no. So as we can see here, this is 80 degrees. So what is this one? As we know, a full circle is 360. So this one will be 360 minus 80. That will be 210. So that will be 8 and 280. So this one here is 280. So now we just have to equate the ratios. So basically we know that 80 degrees is equal to 200 people. Now 280 degrees is equal to what? 200 divided by 80 times 280. Now you can simplify, so 0, 0 goes away. Divide by 2, you have 4, that will be 14. Divide by 2 again, you'll have 2, that will be 7. Divide by 2 again, 1, that will be 100. So this is 700. So 280 will be 700. So work out the numbers and we'll say yes. Yes will be 700. So this one is 700. So question number 4, now number 5. The diagram shows the positions of the two villages, A and B. So we have A and B here. Now question part 1 is to measure the bearing of B from A. So you have to measure this angle here, this one. So you have to go to your point A and then measure the angle that we have here. So this one will be on this line, which is 137. So 137 for the bearing of B from A. Now part B, the bearing of the village C from A is 265. Work out the bearing of C, of A from C. So let's see where could be this position of C. The bearing of the village C from A, from the point A, is 265. So as we know, if you draw a straight line here, a straight line, right? This will be 180. This is 180. So past here will be what? So let's see, 265 minus 180. See what we have. So this is 5. This is 1, 10, and we have this is 2. That will be 8, 85. So we have to measure 85 degrees on this side to find the position of the point C. 85 will be about here. So the point C will be in this position from the point A. Okay, so let's assume it is here. Now we have to work out the bearing of A from C. So let's do that. So this is, let's see what is the bearing of A from C. So this is your north line. The bearing of A from C will be this one. So this angle is equal to this angle. As we know, this one is 85. This one here is 180. So the sum here, the sum is given by 265, but we want to find this one, which is only 85. So this is 85 degrees for the bearing of C from A. Now question number 6. A thermometer measures temperatures correct to the nearest degree. It is 1 degree, nearest degree. The temperature outside is measured as -8. Write down the upper bound and the lower bound of the temperature outside. So pretty easy. We write down the measurement. Plus minus, you take 1 over 2. So -8 plus half will be -7.5, and minus will be -8.5. So write down the upper bound will be this one. Okay, and now part B. The temperature inside is measured as 10. Okay, so let's write down the bound as well for this one. So plus minus half, you'll have 10.5, and you will have 9.5. Question is, calculate the lower bound of the difference between the outside temperature and the inside temperature. So difference, you want to find the lower bound, so the minimum difference. So you can find this by taking the minimum, this one, the lower bound, minus the upper bound to find the minimum difference. That will be 9.5 plus 7.5. That will be 17 degrees for the lower bound of the difference. Now question number 7, we have use set notation to describe this region. It is only A, so basically A intersecting B prime, so only A. Now for part B, use set notation to complete the statement. So C is a subset of D. Okay. Now question number 8. A film starts at 10:35, finishes at 1:20. How long did the film last? So you know that 1:20 can also be written as, so we know midnight is 24, so 1 will be 25:20. So we can find the difference, 25:20 minus 22:35. That will be 110, that is 5. That will be 4, that will be 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. That will be 2. So 2 hours and 45 minutes. Now on May 1st, Layla starts to go swimming every day. Okay, that's the date she starts swimming. She swims 30 lengths of the swimming pool every day. The pool is this long, so 30 lengths, so 30 times 20 meters, that will be 600 meters every day, per day. Right. Work out the date when Layla has swum a total of 10 kilometers. So 10 kilometers is 10, and then 1, 2, 3 meters, right? So let's see if one day she swims 600, so how many days she will take to swim this much. So let's do that. So we know that 600 meters is 1 day. So 10,000 will be 1 day divided by 600 times 10,000. So simplify, you have 0, 0 goes away. Divide by 2, you'll have 3. Divide by 2 here, you'll have 50. So basically 50 over 3. That should be about what? So 3 times 18, that'll be 48. Wait, let's try. So 3 times 18, I don't think it's 48. That'll be 24 actually, my mistake. So it's not good, it's 54. 3 times 16, yeah, 16. That's the only possible. For it to be 48. Yeah. 8, 2, 1, that will be 48, right? So 3 times 16, 48. So basically, it will take her 16 days and 2/3 of the day. So by what date she will have swum 10 kg? So 1 plus 16, that will be on the 17th day. So counting the first day, so you have to go up to the 17th day for it to swim. 17th of May. Right. Now let's move on to the next part, number 9. It says write down all the integers that satisfy these inequalities. As you can see, x is between, so this one is just minus 1.5. Then we have minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. So 2 is not inclusive, but this one is. So the integers will be this, this, and this. Now for part B, complete the following inequality with a fraction. You can just find the fraction which is exactly in between, so pretty easy. You just have to add them. So half will be 2, 4. That will be 5 over 4. Divide by 2, that will be 5 over 8. So 5/8 will be exactly in between. This is exactly halfway. So now write down an irrational value of n that satisfies this inequality. So I use a trick because we know that what is 2? 2 is square root of 4. And what is 3? Is square root of 9. So any square root in between these two numbers is irrational. So take 7, for example. That will be irrational number. Now, question number 10. Here are the masses in grams of 8 people. Find the median mass. So the first trick is to rearrange them in lowest from the lowest to the highest. So which one is the smallest here? It is 161. Then we have 174. Then we have 175. then we have 185, then we have 189, then we have 192, 196, and 202. Now to find the median mass, you have to find the half. 8 plus 1, which is 4.5 value. So 4.5, before that we have 4, after we have 5. So you have to find the average of those two values. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these two, 185 plus 189, that will be, this is 14, this is 17, 3, divide by 2 for the average, that will be 1, 8, 7. So 187 grams will be the median mass. Now for part B, a bag contains 5 carrots. The mean mass of the carrots is 60 grams. So what is the total mass? So we know total mass will be 5 times 60. That will be 300. Now it says another carrot is added to the bag. The mean mass is 65. So what is the total mass again? It will be 6 times 65. So 6 times 5 is 30. That will be 6 times 6 will be 36 plus 3, this much. Work out the mass of the added carrots. So what is the difference? 390 minus 300, 90 will be the difference. Now 11 is solve the simultaneous equation. So I can just make this one subject of formula. So 2y is equal to 5x minus 16. Now what is 4y? 4y is just 2 times 2y, right? But we know 2y is equal to this already. So 3x plus 2. 2y is 5x minus 16 equal to 7. Now you can expand. You will have 3x plus 10x minus 32 equal to 7. That will be 13x equal to 7 plus 32, which is 39. X will be 39 divided by 13, which is 3. Now value of y, as you can see here, 2y is equal to 5 times 3 is 15 minus 16, that will be minus 1. So y will be minus 1 over 2. So x is 3 and y is minus 1 over 2. Now question number 12, we have y is inversely proportional to square of x. So y is inversely proportional to the square of x. So we have equal to k over x squared. So we use this value here to find the value of k. So we know that when x equal to 2, y equal to 3. So k2 squared. So k will be 12. That's the value of k. That will be y equal to 12 divided by x squared. Now part 1, find the equation connecting x and y. So we have this already. Y equal to 12 divided by x squared. Now part B, find the value of p. What is the value of p here? So p is the value when y equal to 48. So let's do that. Y equal to 12 over x squared. So we have to find p. P is x. So basically x equal to p when y equal to 48. Find the value of p. So let's replace here. We have 48 equal to 12 over p squared. Right, now you can cross multiply. You will have, from this you will have p squared is equal to 12 over 48, which is 1 over 4. So p will be square root of 1 over 4, which is 1 over 2. Okay, this is number 12. Now question number 13 we have, Rani has 240. She spends 5/8 of this new of the phone. For work out the cost of the phone. So she spent 5/8 on the phone. So this 5/8 times 240. That will be 1. That will be 30. The cost is 150. That's the cost of the phone. Now for part B, Anna invests 150 in an account that pays simple interest. Simple interest. That's the investment, which is the principal. She leaves the money in the account for 4 years. So that's the time. At the end of the 4 years, she has 162. Work out the rate that she paid. So as you know, this is amount. As you know, the equation is A equal to the principal plus interest, which is PRT. We know A is equal to 162. Principal is 150 plus P is principal times rate times time is 4. Okay, so let's simplify. So we send this one over here. So 162 minus 150, that will be 12 equal to 600 R. Now the rate is actually, rate is something over 100. So let's write this down here. So basically we have to find the value of R. So let's bring this here. That will be rate will be 12 divided by 600. So you can divide by 6, you'll have 100. That will be 2. That will be 0.02. Now for percentage, you have to multiply by 100. That will be 2%. So 2% is a rate that she had for this investment. Now for part 14, we have a function f of x, and we know that f of 11 equal to 7. Find the value of k. So f of 11, replace the value of x by 11, so that will be 33 minus k over 4 equal to 7. So cross multiply, you will have 33 minus k is equal to 28. So k is equal to 33 minus 28. That will be 5. Now for part B, find f inverse. So pretty easy. Let y equal to f of x, which is 3x minus k, which is 5 over 4. Now we have to make x the subject of formula, so we cross multiply. We will have this, this, and this. Now 3x will be equal to 4y plus 5. X will be 1 over 3 times this plus 5. So now finally f inverse is in terms of x. We have to change y to x. So f inverse of x will be 4x plus 5 divided by 3. This is your answer. Now question number 15 shows that we have two triangles, triangle A and triangle B. Describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto B. Now you can observe that that A and B are same in size, so it will not be an enlargement. It cannot be a translation because it changed orientation. It will not be a translation. In this case, it can be one of two options. So one, it can be a reflection, right? And one, it can be a rotation. So if you rotate this by this way, it would not look like, it will look more like this way, right? So in that case, it's pretty clear. So if you rotate by 90, this will be here actually. So in this case, there will be a reflection in this line. As you can see, if you draw a line here, we can test. So if you draw a line here, we can count. So that will be 1 and a half, half and 1. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the last one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yep, it is a reflection in this line. This line is y equal to minus x. So it is a reflection in the line y equal to minus x. Okay, so that is part 1. Now part B says triangle A is mapped onto triangle C by a rotation 90 degrees anticlockwise by the origin. On the diagram, draw a triangle C. So you can just draw this directly as well if you want to. So that will be 90 degrees anticlockwise. It will be going like this. It will look like this. Basically, you just have to redraw the same shape you see here. So 2 to 5 and then 2 to 4. So 2 to 5 and 2 to 4. Same shape. I'll just do that. So 2 to 5 will be this one, and 2 to 4 will be this one. So if you don't want to do that, you can always use matrix. As you know, matrix times object will be giving you the image. This will be your triangle C. So let's write it down. So the question is, what is the matrix of this rotation? So we use a trick to remember this. So you always draw your quadrants. You mark this point. This is the first point you need to look at, and this is the second point. So this is the point 1, 0, and this is the point 0, 1. So if you do a rotation 90 degrees anti-clockwise, for this first point, where would it go? So this point will move to this point. So you will write the first point is this one, 0, 1, and this point here will move to this point, which is minus 1, 0. So minus 1, 0. So this matrix here represents the rotation 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So now to find the image, as you know, you do matrix times object equal to image to find this. So if you want to, we can test. Matrix is this one, 0, 1, minus 1, 0. And the object is your triangle A. A has points 2, 1, 5, 1, and 4, 2. So 2, 1, 5, 1, and 4, 2. So image will be what? You will have minus 1, minus 1, minus 2. This will be 2, 5, 4. So let's check. So the first point is minus 1, 2. So minus 1, 2. The second one is minus 1, 5. So minus 1, 5. And minus 2, 4. So minus 2, 4. Okay, so that is your image under this rotation. That is your triangle C. So you have two ways of doing this, one by matrix and one by simply observation. That is question 15. Now, question 16, we have A is the point 0, 3, B is the point 1, 5, and C is the point P minus 1. Find the equation of the line AB. So to find the equation, we have to first find the gradient. Gradient will be y2 minus y1, so 5 minus 3 over x2 minus x1. That will be 2. Now we use the point 0, 3. You have x and y minus 3 over x minus 0 equal to 2 over 1. So you cross multiply, you will have y minus 3 equal to 2x. So y will be 2x plus 3. That will be your equation of the line AB. Now part B, the gradient of the line BC is minus 3 over 4. So the point B is given by 1, 5, and the point C is given by P minus 1. So we know the gradient of this line is equal to minus 3 over 4. Find the value of P. Pretty easy. So how do you find gradient? We know that y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is supposed to give you the gradient. So now we cross multiply. This one is minus 6 times 4 minus 24 equal to minus 3p plus 3. Now you send this one over here, you will have 3p equal to 3 plus 24, that will be 27. So p will be 9. That's the value of p. Okay, so that will be part B. Question 17. Let's see what we have here. So in this diagram, P, Q, R, S, and T lie on the circle. So P, Q, R, S, T lie on the circle. QT is the diameter. If you know this is the diameter already, you should know that the angle over the diameter is a right angle. You should know this this theorem. Now we have these angles are given to us. X is the point of intersection. Okay. So if this is 125, this also will have to be 125. But let's see what happens later on. This is 125. This is 35. Question. Part 1. PTQ is 35 because, so PTQ is 35 because it is angle on the same segment. That's why. Because it is same segment. PQ. That's why. Now, part B. Find the angle PQT. So PQT. So find this angle here. So since we know this is 90, this is 30, this will be 90 minus 35. That will be 55. So this angle will be 55. Now this one, SPQ, S, P, and Q. So to find this angle here. So how would you find this angle? Let's see what can we use. So we know this one is what? Let's see what theory can we use here. I'm not too sure yet. So if you can find this one here, we can find this one. So this one is what? Because we know this is 35, 125, this will be the third angle of this triangle. So let's find this. So 35 plus 125 is 160. So 180 minus 160, that will be 20. So this is 20. This is 90. 90 minus 20 will be 70. So this one will be 70. Now part D, SRQ. Where is SRQ? So SRQ, this angle here. So pretty easy. As you can see, we have SPQR. They are opposite. They are a quad. So these two angles are opposite to each other. We know that the sum of these two needs to be 180. So this one will be 180 minus 70. That will be 110. So last one will be 110. So that is 17. Let's move on to question 18. The diagram is a speed time graph for the 25 seconds of a car's journey. So a speed time graph question. It says the car slows down uniformly from a speed of v, we don't know what speed, to a speed of 12 in 15 seconds. Now it then travels at this constant speed for 10 seconds. So part 1, it says the retardation of the car is 0.4, find the value of v. So as you know, retardation is a gradient of this line on this triangle. So the base here is equal to 15, and the height is what? Height is just, let's call this height x. We don't know. But we know that height divided by base is equal to 0.4. So let's find the value of the height. X will be 0.4 times 15, which is 6.0. So this height here is 6.0, so 12 plus 6, v will be equal to 16. The value of v will be 16 meters per second, so 16. Part B, calculate the distance traveled by the car from t equal to 0 to t equal to 25. So this whole distance here. So there's the two parts. The first one is the area of the trapezium and area of this one. This height is 12. So let's call this one B and A. So let's first find the area of A. A will be, this is a trapezium, so this height here is 16, this height here is 12, and the height in between is 15. So area of A is equal to trapezium half times sum of parallel sides. So these two sides are parallel. That will be 12 plus 16 times the length in between. That will be 15. That will be a half of 28 times 15. That will be 14 times 15. So let's see what is that. 14 times 15, that will be 4 times 5 is 20. So let's do it this way. It's much easier. 20. That will be 70, 0, 4, 1. So 0, 1, 2. So this is 210. What is the area of B? B will be, this height, this length here is 25 minus 15, that will be 10, is 120. So distance traveled will be A plus B, so 210 plus 120, that will be 330. Okay, that is question number 18. Now we have question number 19. We have a pentagon. So pentagon has 5 sides, which has 5 angles, has 4 angles of 2x and 1 angle of x. What is the value of x? So first you have to know what is the sum of all the angles inside the pentagon. So we use a formula for that. Number of sides, which is 5, minus 2 times 180. That will be 3 times 180. So we have 54, 0. That's the sum of all the angles inside of the pentagon. Now we have to find the value of x. So it says you have 4 angles of this. So 4 times 2x will be 8x plus x equal to 540, which is 9x equal to 540. x will be 540 divided by 9. That will be 60. So x will be 60 degrees for the value. 60 basically. Degrees, you don't need to write degrees, but 60. Now question part B, we have A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D are parts of two identical n-sided polygons. Okay, great. Now what else do we know? We know that the two polygons are joined together along by the edge BC. So by the edge BC, okay, and the angle DFC. So this angle DFC here is the angle in between. Now we have to find the value of n. N is the number of sides. So we have to find one side of the interior angle to find the value of n. So pretty easy. If this is 30, this angle here and this angle here, they are equal because it says two identical, right? So we know that the whole circle is 360. So what is remaining? So 360 minus 30, that will be 330. That is this one plus this one. Since they're the same, you can divide by 2. You will have, that will be 1, that will be 1 here, that will be 6 and 5. So 165. So 165 and 165 remaining for the interior angles. Now you have to find the number of sides. So pretty easy. The formula says that number of side minus 2 times 180 divided by n, number of side equal to 165. So find the value of n, we cross multiply, you will have n minus 2, 180 equal to 165 n. So you can divide by 5 on both sides. Let's do that. You will have on this side 5, you will have 3 remaining, that will be 6. Divide by 5, you will have 3 as well, and 3 here. Now divide by 3, you will have 1, 2, you will have 11. So now if you simplify, if you expand, you will have 12n minus 24 equal to 11n. So 11n equal to, 12n minus 11n equal to 24, n equal to 24. This will be your number of sides for this polygon, 24. Now question number 20, write 54 as a product of its prime factors. So 54, let's do that. 54 divided by 2, you will have 2, 7. Divided by 3, you will have 9. Divided by 3, you will have 3. So 54 is equal to 2 times 3 power 3. So 2 times 3 power 3. Now part 2, find the smallest integer m such that this one is a cube number. So pretty easy. So m will be equal to 2 times 3 power 3 times m. So for it to be a cube number, we need to change this one. This one is only 1. It has to become 3. So m needs to be 2 power 2. So it can become 2 power 3 times 3 power 3. So that's how you make this become a cube number, by taking m as your value of 2 power 2. That will be 4. Now part B, find the value of k in each of the following. So this one, let's simplify. So what is 27? We know that 27 is equal to 3 power 3. Now what is square root? Square root is power half. That will be this, equal to 3. So now the base are the same. So k is equal to 3 over 2. Okay, and now part 2, we have this one. We can flip this upside down. You will have 4 over 1 power 3. Now what is 4? 4 is 2 power 2. That will be 2 power 6 equal to 2k. Now the base are the same. You can just remove the base. You will have k equal to 6. Okay. Now question 21, we have this parallelogram OACB. Now it says OA equal to A, OB equal to B. P and Q are points on OC. So P and Q are points on OC such that OP equal to PQ. So these are the same in length. Right. So part 1, express as simply as possible in terms of A and B, the value of OP. So to find OP, you must find OC. So OC is equal to OA and then AC. AC is the same as this because it is a parallelogram. These two sides are the same and these two sides are the same. That's how you know this one is also B. So OC is basically OA plus AC, which will be A plus B. Now OP is one part of the three parts, so it will be 1/3 of this. So OP will be 1/3 of A plus B. Now part 2, find BP. BP is this one. So pretty easy as well. So to find BP, you have to go B to O, O to P. So B to O is minus B, and O to P, you have just found it is this, 1/3 A plus B. That will be 1/3 A plus 1/3 B minus B, which is 1/3 A minus 2/3 B. Now if you take out, you can take out if you want, take out 1/3, you will have A minus 2B. So this is your answer, A minus 2B. Now part B, show that triangle OAQ and CBP are congruent. So where is OAQ? OAQ. So this is OAQ. OAQ, that's the first triangle, and CBP. So these two triangles. So as you can see, the first one here is OQ is equal to CP, because as you can see, this is two shares, this is also two shares. That's the first one. So we can say for this one first, OQ equal to, you can write down CB. No, sorry. It will be PC, right? PC. As you can see here, OQ equal to PC. That's the first one. It is according to question. It is given to us. That's the first one we know. And then we know what? What do we know else? This side are the same, right? This side and this side is the same. So we write OA is equal to BC, given by vector A. As you can see, this and this are the same, and this and this are the same. So last one, we know BP is equal to this value. So let's find the value of this one. What is the value of OA? Sorry, it's QA. So how would you find QA? You will find QA by going from, so we can just do QC and CA. So let's find QA. QA will be QC plus CA. So as you know, QA is one shares of the OC, so that will be 1/3 plus that is A plus B, as we have seen here. OC 1/3 of A plus B, and plus CA, it will be minus B. That will bring you to 1/3 A plus 1/3 B minus B, which is 1/3 A minus 2/3 B, which is 1/3 outside. You will have A minus 2B. So from this you can see QA is this, is also equal to BP. So write down QA is equal to BP, which is equal to 1/3 A minus 2B. So now since you have proven that all the three sides, so since all the corresponding sides are equal, this proves that triangles OAQ and CBP are congruent. This proves this one. That's why you know they are congruent. Okay, so that is question 21. Now 22, we have this cuboid here. A container is made out of thin material in the shape of a cuboid with an open top. The top is open, not closed. Now it has length of 15, width of 8, has a volume of 720. So how do you find volume? Volume is equal to length times width times height. Part A, calculate the height. So let's find that. So volume is 720 equal to length times width times height. So height will be 720 divided by 15 times 8. If you divide by 8, it will be 1. That will be 90. So 90 over 15. Divide by 3, you will have 30. You will have 5. Divide by 5, you will have 6. So height will be 6 centimeters. Now part B, calculate the surface area of the outside of the container. So this is 6. You know this is 6 now. So on the outside of the container, you have let's count how many sides we have in total. We have one side here, one in the back, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sides. The base is 8 times 5. So what is 8 times 5? So it's 15. 8 times 15, that will be 40. That will be 120. The base is 120. Now we have 2 of this. So I'm using this and this 2 times. So 2 times, so this is 8 times 6 is 48. So 2 times 48 will be, this is 48 and 48. So 2 times, that will be 16. And that will be 96. And then for this side, that will be 15 times 6. 15 times 6 will be what? That will be 30. That will be 90 times 2, because we have this front and the back. That will be 180. So now we have to add everything together to find the total surface area. So surface area will be 120 plus 180 plus 96. So 120 plus 180, that is 300, plus 96, that will be 396. Now part C, liquid is poured into the container. The liquid fills 60% of the container. Calculate the height of the liquid in the container. So you can just do, there's a few methods you can use. You can just do 60% of the height, which is 6, to find this value. Let's find out. That will be what? That will be 60 over 100 times this. That will be 36 divided by 10. That will be 3.6. The height will be 3.6 centimeters. Now question number 23. Solve this one. So find the value of x. So first we cross multiply. You have 7y equal to 12 minus 9x. You bring this one over here, you will have 16x equal to 12. So x becomes 12 divided by 16, which is 3 over 4. Now part B, simplify this one. So the top you can simplify. What is 4? 4 is 2 times 2, so 2 square will be 2x square. 9 is 3 square. That will become 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 3. And for the base, we have 2x square minus 13x plus 15. You can factorize this into 2 brackets. So 2x square is 2x times x. And 15, the factors of 15 is what? As you know, 15 is equal to 3 times 5. So let's try that. 5 here and 3 here. For it to become minus 13, you have to do minus 10 minus 3. So now if you replace this on this equation, you will have this over this. Now simplify. This one goes away. And you will have 2x plus 3 over x minus 5. This one will be your solution. Now question number 24 here. A bag contains n balls. So we have n balls. 3 of them are white. So bag is n balls. 3 is white. So black will be, I think not white will be what? Not white will be n minus 3 will be not white. Right. So part 1, we have 2 balls has been taken. The first ball, it will be 3 over n, and this one will be n minus 3 over n, right? Now if you take a white ball, you will have 2 white remaining over n minus 1. This will be n minus 1 as well. Also n minus 1, and this one here will be what? This one did not change, n minus 3, and this one will be n minus 4. Because if you take an off y, you have to minus 1 ball, that's why. Now part B, it says the chance that both balls are white is 1 over 15. So white and white is 1 over 15. So let's do that. White and white will be 3 over n times 2 over n minus 1 equal to 1 over 15. So now you have to simplify. From this you will have 6 over n squared minus n equal to 1 over 15. So you cross multiply, you will have what? 6 times 15 is equal to 90, n squared minus n. So n squared minus n minus 90 equal to 0. This is shown as required. Now part B, part C, find the value of n. So we have to factorize this. Now it'll be n here, n here. So 90 is equal to what? So as we know, 90 can be, let's find the factors of 90. It can be 1 times 90, so we don't need that because it needs to be minus 1 here. So we know that 6 times 15 is 90. What else do we know? We know that 30 times 30 times 3 is 90. Let's keep going up. What else can we have? Let's find the factors this way, because I'm not too sure they have many factors. Divide by 2, we have 45. Divide by 3, you have 15. Divide by 3 again, you have 5. So basically 90 is equal to 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. So what is this one? This one is 6. This is 9 times, so 9 times 10. Well, this is so obvious. 9 times 10 is also equal to 90. That was pretty obvious. That is my mistake, so that was pretty obvious. 9 times 10. So basically, for it to become minus 1, you have to put 10 here and 9 here. Minus 1 will be minus 10 plus 9 equal to 0. So n become minus 9, n become 10. So in n, it represents the number of balls. It cannot be negative, so it can only be positive, so 10. That will be the number of balls. So that is the last question of this paper. I hope that was somewhat helpful. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.